Hello, you guys. This is Piyu here, and I'm here today with junk journal share which I made for a dear darling friend of mine, Mrinalini. Now, before I head into the video, I just want to wish you guys a very happy Diwali. I hope you can hear all the patakas being bursted in my neighborhood, but I just wanted to make sure that I do this video right away before I send this mail across to my dear Mrinalini. I have been postponing doing this outgoing mail because I have not recorded a video for my channel, so I decided to do it today. Being Diwali, I just don't want to procrastinate. And please ignore my ugly hands. No, they're not ugly basically. It's just that I burnt my hands so royally yesterday when I did the crackers, and it's just getting healed at the moment. So that's how it is. Oh dear, look at my skin. Oh my god. Now okay, just leave that. So it's basically a junk journal. I didn't buy anything new to get this journal done. So it's a normal hand stitch, a bakery twine that I use to hold the pages together, and the front cover is fairly very simple. I just layer different pieces of scraps one on top of the other, use some die cuts to kind of decorate the cover, and these buttons I felt they coordinate with the fabric washies. I bought them from Amazon. They come in very handy for all my crafty projects. They add a very nice lacy look for any projects, may it be journals or flip books or pocket letters or whatsoever it may be. So that's how pretty it is. I need to restock them because mine is almost done. And that's me taking a sip of coffee because I just reached back from work and I didn't want to wait for more time to record this video. So that's how it is. And I also adore the way in which the side looks. It's already so chunky, and by the time she fills up this magical journal with her own memories, it's going to be a monster. So let's check the pages one by one. So that's how the inside looks. I just created a pocket for her, and then I had a die cut, which kind, not die cut, what do you say? A thinlet die, which I did run through my Big Shot machine to get this border effect. And I've also added some goodies in here for her. Some die cuts and some tags, some coloring sheets and some washi samples. Whatnot. Any crafty person would love to receive all these stuff and get creative with all these goodies. So there are some envelopes and more stickers. So that's how it is. Whatever that I felt that I would use in my journal pages, I thought I will send them across to her. So that's how it is. They are all loaded in this beautiful pocket. So I've also left some room for her to do her own to expose her own creativity. Maybe she could decorate this part. Anything and everything is welcome. She's a very creative soul. And here are the pages. So off late I've been loving adding this watercolor outline. I just adore the effect. A bit of stamping, watercolor wash, and some magazine cutout which I glued in there. And that's a washi. I decided to go blue for this page. A blue washi and some watercolor practicing that I was done basically after a dear friend of mine, Pramita's live sessions in FB. She's a part of my group, a very talented soul, especially when it comes to watercolors. Oh my god, she's a genius. More stamping, some stamping and of numbers. This is the wooden stamp which I am actually obsessed at the moment. I love using these wooden stamps, wooden number stamps in all my creative stuff. More washies and stamping and magazine cutouts again. So that's how it looks. I just layered some magazine cutouts one below the other. It's like a travel theme page, if that makes any sense. Some watercolor florals out there. I'm not explaining each and every page because there's nothing much to talk about. So in case you guys want some ideas, I mean, you can take from this. That's the whole intent of sharing the journal. I made these journal cards. I mean, used a little bit of gesso and some distress inks and some acrylic watercolors to kind of create the background, and then just stamp this birdie and chucked it in here so that she can journal behind this. And what else is there? Yeah, more magazine, no, not magazine, more printables from Pinterest. It can be used as a journal card. I mean, all these are handmade. And some doilies and more of these fruits. Of late, I've been enjoying adding these fruits in my journal pages. Book paper, some watercolor wash, and more journal cards, some 3D flowers. So this guy opens out here as well. And I did some lettering here, which I super adore, and more magazine cutouts and stamping. And I adore this washi. Oh my god, I love thin washies, by the way. I mean, they are to die for. And these are some punches that my star punches. Of late I never go to my punches, so I just decided that I would punch out some shapes in the glitter paper and then just staple it in here. More watercoloring and just some tissue napkins which I just ripped out and then chucked it in there, and more fabric tapes down there, stamping. And these are again some scraps. I just cut the word happy from the journal, from the magazine, and then just glued it in there. Watercolors, sticky notes, and these are again stamping and some stenciling and some watercolors. I just did what my heart wanted to do. Basically, I just didn't think too much, and that's the whole beauty of it. This is, again, I stenciled it, I colored it, and then I just chucked it in here. I have these rectangle dies, so I made a Polaroid, and maybe she could put a picture inside, or maybe write a nice quote and get creative in her own way. This is one flop page. I was trying to practice some tulips, but they became utter flop. But it's okay. It's all okay. So long as it's my work, it's all good. And that's a bookmark, which lies in here. Some book note papers for her to use. And then I decided to do my own. I felt that my handwriting is really good and I can do my own lettering. So I just started writing bits and bobs here and there, butterfly punches, and some stamping and more journal cards for her to use. Yeah, that's another page. I just punched these butterflies and then I wrote shine. What is it? I am waiting for the camera to kind of focus it a bit more. Yeah, shine bright like a diamond. You're so magical. Some more children's books paper. I stamped life is beautiful, and then I just added some watercolors and just did some doodling. That's all. There's nothing quite spectacular about this journal. It's very simple and self-explanatory. Of late, I've been loving adding these punched out images into the edge of the journal pages, and they pop out from the sides of the pages. I adore the effect. And I don't mind the staple kind of showing out. I feel that it adds more texture to the page. More stamping. I wrote these are the days here. And sticky notes. She can pattern. She can write on the pattern paper as well as underneath the pattern paper. So ultimately, there is room for her to do some creativity as well. Or else, I have basically decorated the whole book for her. So either she can use it as it is, or maybe if she wants to be more creative, she can do that as well. I did leave some note cards for her, and this is handmade. I made this and I'm totally in love with this felly. What happened is I started creating the card like this, and once I glued in the cycle, I realized, oh my god, I'm working in the opposite direction. So all I did is I just flipped the card again and position the hello there in such a way that the card opens out this way. So that's how it is. And then I've been using a lot of gem clips to kind of hold these elements together, and that's how chunky it looks. So I hope you guys liked this video, and in case you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and have a lot of crafty days coming your way, and keep all those creative juices flowing. Once again, happy Diwali, and that's from me to you. Until later, love you guys. Bye bye.